I'm Andrew.
I'm Dan.
This is Dan, and today we're gonna be talking. Oh wait, if you don't remember Dan, he helped me with Resident Evil 5.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's
so
right.
go check that out way back.
I was watching the Resident Evil movies last night, actually.
Oh,
The
you know
new
what?
Retribution with like
me too.
they're
Retribution,
big.
is that the
one where she's got like the gem on her chest to make it look like
is that the
it's-
latest one?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's
it's like
terrible.
so cosplay at this point.
Yeah, I know. They dress up as the characters, but they're not the characters.
The first one
Is
you could-
okay.
No, the first one was like a legit movie.
Yeah.
And then the second one was like an actual video game.
And it was
And the-
also close to Resident Evil 2, where you're trapped
Yeah.
in the city and whatever.
And the third one, I kind of like the third one.
I didn't like the third. That's one
They-
where it's like
they
the
sorta,
zombie wasteland.
Yeah, they sort of get interesting. You know, they added like a sort of like a Mad Max kind of feel to it.
There's
Afterlife was what the hell, man? What the hell is this?
the newest ones.
And then the newest one, I'm just like, you know what? It's so not Resident.
Why would you make biological weapons to kill people if you killed everyone on the planet? And I got Leon Kennedy here
Yeah.
because he looks like Leon Kennedy.
Hey, is it just me or Wesker? Dude, that guy's fucking hilarious.
He
Like,
doesn't-
I cannot take him seriously. What is that?
He's not Wesker. I mean, Wesker you can't take seriously in the games, but like
Okay, well, let's just get back
the
on
Metal
track.
Gear, yeah.
Metal Gear, Phantom Pain. I'm disappointed, Dan.
So you didn't like it? I'm not done it yet, so I can't.
You're
I took a break.
how many
though.
hours?
A lot, 30, 40. Because I'm going for 100% completion.
Wait, 30 hours?
30 or 40. I'm.
Dude, I put in 100
Oh
hours.
wait. Are we counting like me time played in front of the Xbox or leaving it on for people to do missions?
Total, what's your total time?
I have no idea, but probably a lot.
Well, you finished. Oh, there's gonna be spoilers here, so. if
Oh
you
yeah, you want to do a spoiler time code, or is the whole thing just going to be spoilers?
It's just spoilers.
All right.
I'm pretty sure everyone's played it at this point.
Yeah. So
you-
I killed the Metal Gear.
You shot Skullface in the legs, so now he has a Phantom Pain, right?
He dies, doesn't he? After you shoot off his limbs,
Yeah,
it's
but
implied that he dies.
yeah, he's dead. But you shot off the limbs that you
Yeah,
got, that you lost.
Wait, no, I think I just put him out of his misery. I don't remember. When he's laying there, you get the choice, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I killed him.
No, me neither.
I might
You
have
didn't
killed
kill him, but you shot off his limbs.
I might have done that. Well, no, I think I put him out of. I'm trying to play as the good guy.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the best rating you've gotten for a mission? Have you
Yes.
gotten Foxhound?
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
that's-
good. Dude, I'm beast at that game. I'm telling you.
My friend Jack. He runs in with the full ballistic
Yeah.
like plates
Yeah.
and an unsilenced machine gun, and he just runs into a base, mows everyone down.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, welcome to not Metal Gear.
When you killed Skullface, that's mission. Oh, let me tell you. Before you killed him,
Yeah.
wasn't that the most awkward like car ride ever?
Well, no, here's what pissed me off. So, in a Metal Gear game, traditionally, David Hayter sits there and goes, "What? You knew?" and, like, grumbles and growls. Kiefer Sutherland sits dead fucking silent the whole Jeep ride. Literally. And that's, like, think about it. That is the Metal Gear moment, right? The villain tells you his evil plan.
yeah.
And Snake has to be like, "You're crazy, America forever."
This is like the aha moment, and for some reason, it was so underwhelming.
It's because Kiefer Sutherland can't talk and can't voice act. It's because he didn't talk. It's like David Hayter would have been like, "You're crazy, Otacon, get him," or whatever. He would have
maybe Kojima didn't want him to talk. Maybe that's what he wanted to play out as.
No, it's because the game was unfinished.
Yeah, let me tell you that the fucking game. Oh my goodness.
Well, maybe the secret nuclear disarmament missions will...
So I'm going back in that game last night, and I'm looking at the prologue, and I realized that the prologue is the only thing resembling Metal Gear.
I mean, is the prologue chapter 1, you mean? Like,
When he's in the
Metal-
hospital, he's getting out of the hospital.
I mean,
Everything after that just doesn't feel like Metal Gear to me.
it does and it doesn't. It feels kind of like Metal Gear 3. No, but it's missing the drama and the like corniness. Do you know what I mean? It's too gritty. It's not... Metal Gear is a soap opera with guns.
It's too much gameplay.
Yeah, it
After
really
a
is.
while, you just like, why am I doing this again?
You just, and it's funny because you were like, well, some people complain that there's too much talking, but it's
Yeah.
like you buy a Metal Gear game for the talking.
Yeah.
I can sit there and watch all the cutscenes from Peace Walker, and this is a direct sequel to Peace Walker, and I ironically think Peace Walker tells a much better story. When like Snake's on the phone with the Pentagon, and he's like, "Don't launch the nukes on Big
I heard
Boss."
that he said that was actually the fifth game.
Peace
Walker.
Peace Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But because it was mobile, people weren't like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's not real." But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Phantom or Peace Walker is excellent.
Okay.
I'm even okay with Portable Ops because at least when you get to meet Colonel Campbell when he's young,
Oh, right.
before
right.
he's just like Private Roy Campbell or whatever. And this you don't meet anybody.
Dude, I'm just so disappointed because this is it. This is the last Metal Gear game that Kojima's going to
They're making a new one.
Yeah, but it's not from Kojima.
Productions.
Yeah, this was his swan song. This was supposed to be the last game.
Well, so there's a business aspect to that. Konami makes its money off pachinko machines. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I know.
They make all their money off that. So their games division doesn't really turn a profit. And the issue is Konami's not like they're spinning off their games division. So the issue is you figure you give Hideo Kojima all this money and all this time, and he makes a modest profit, but not that much profit. And Japanese business is very different than American. Because Kojima's like he's an auteur. He's not like he's George Lucas. He's like, I have my vision.
This is how it's gonna be.
This is how it's gonna be.
And I need the money to make it happen.
It's like there's gonna be a flaming whale. It's gonna go over the sky here, and it's like, why the hell are we doing this?
I need the money to research how to
how the whale noises. Yeah. You know what noise does a whale make? I'm gonna go find out. So it just doesn't make money.
This game made him a lot of money.
Did it? What were this? I don't think the sales numbers for this were good.
Yeah.
But figure how long they had to develop the Fox engine. They had to do all the underlying tech behind it. Mm-hmm. So the production costs of the game is exponentially high. That's why we got Ground Zeroes first, because they needed some of that money back. You figure this game's been in development for forever, and it's not done. I mean, the game looks great, and its gameplay is really good, but it doesn't have the 20 million years of cutscenes that I've come to expect.
It's just...
And I'm not saying that ironically.
Just not enough story. And when there is story, it's brilliant. I'm telling you. When there is that little glimpse of, like, story, oh my god.
Well, I was hoping, like, when you found, what is it, Chrysalis or Mammalpod? Mammalpod. When you find the AI, you know when you free Huey?
Yeah.
And you find the AI pod? I'm like, oh, yo, we're gonna get, like, AI boss talking to... No. You're not. It's going to talk for like a second, and you're like, oh, here it is, and then it doesn't happen.
What are you talking about, like yellow mustard or mustard cake or something? Or
Yellow cake.
Yellow cake? What the fuck is that,
Yellow
man?
cake is the slang term for enriched uranium.
Okay.
Yellow cake is its spongy, weaponized form.
When I was first playing, I was just like, oh man, this game is so freaking difficult. But later, the further you get into the game, the better your equipment. It gets pretty easy, actually.
When you get the silenced sniper rifle, the Trank one, it becomes a cakewalk. Like
when Quiet is at her max, the dog is at its max.
I never use the dog or the horse. I only use Quiet.
Oh, I love the dog.
Dog's an asshole.
I never use the horse. I find no use in the horse at all.
The dog blows my cover.
What?
Yeah, Quiet's better. She marks targets. She's...
Oh, let me talk about those cassette tapes.
I haven't listened to all of them.
At first, when I first started the game, I was like, all right, I'm going to pay attention, see what the story's about. I play it, sit there. I did that for like a month or two, and then after a while, I just played it and just did stuff in the background.
Kiefer Sutherland doesn't talk enough. He doesn't talk enough for Big Boss.
I blamed it on the budget. I'm blaming it on the budget.
No, I'm not blaming well, it could be the budget. I'm blaming it on... I mean, there's probably a variety of factors we're unaware of, but it think about it. Like, did you see the cutscenes for Peace Walker, or have you played Peace Walker a little bit?
No.
Peace Walker, he never shuts up. Never shuts up. And it's like, this is immediately after Peace Walker. It's like, I was in an explosion. I'm never going to talk again.
Well, maybe the thing traumatized him.
Yeah, but he talks his ass off in Metal Gear Solid 4. At the end, when you're at Zero, when he kills Zero, he never shuts the hell up there.
Well,
He's
maybe,
like,
when you're retired, you're like, oh, I feel better now. I can talk again.
I got over it.
He had some sort of anxiety issue.
I'm convinced. Well, no, and the problem is, of course, that like 5 was clearly written way after 4.
Yeah, and they had to retrace their steps. Like, oh, we can't do this.
Yeah, it's like I gotta retcon all this, and it's like because 4 is kind of a mess, but at least it's a good mess.
Yeah, 4. I would say 4 is my favorite. Second is the Snake Eater.
Okay.
Third would be Sons of Liberty.
Okay.
And fourth would be this one.
See, I really liked Peace Walker. I liked 4 a lot, but for story, I'm gonna pick Peace Walker. Felt a little more cheesy, like in a good way. When they're like when you fight, what's her name? Spoilers, Paz, when she hijacks the Metal Gear at the end and fights you. It plays like some crazy Japanese pop techno.
Is she
song.
really dead?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't think so, but whatever. I'm sure it's gonna like turn out that like so and so was really this and blah blah blah. But no, but it like had that like it felt like a Kojima game. This felt kind of like a Kojima game, but not enough.
It felt like a Kojima game, but it was so heavily influenced by like Western games.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even say Western games. I would say they just told him he couldn't tell the story he wanted to. Because Kojima loves Western shit. Like,
I think they told him you can't tell a story, period. And then he just tried to sneak in some cutscenes.
Yeah, basically. Like, you figure... I mean, because Snake's based off of Kurt Russell in Escape from New York. Like,
Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken, yeah. No, but it's like...
Dude, this game had the strongest opening. Okay,
it's a good opening.
He was in the hospital. I was like, damn, this is gonna be one hell of a Metal Gear game, man. I'm like, what a way to go, you know? He's in the hospital. He breaks
blood
out
everywhere.
Yeah, he's like limping in the hallways. There's this other guy who's trying to help him. I'm like, damn, this is gonna be good. And each hour that goes in, I'm like, I don't know, I don't know about this.
Well, and like, there's all these rumblings about the DLC missions and whether or not Konami's going to give us something.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, when you first meet Sahelanthropus and like the psychic kids like levitating it and whatever, and it's all this cool shit.
Psycho Mantis.
Is it confirmed Psycho Mantis, or people are just saying it's Psycho Mantis?
I think it is.
Okay, dude. And again, like, all right, so they bring back Volgin, but then you don't.
They didn't really explain how they brought him back.
Hatred. His hatred.
It was
kept
so
him alive.
brief. Like, if you did something else and you missed it, you would be like, what?
But I liked that because that's like Kojima. It's like, I'm gonna bring back that dead gay colonel, and he's gonna ride a flaming unicorn. It's like, okay, and then you don't get enough time with him. I liked Volgin. He was cool.
But he was so cool that they didn't really use him that well.
Exactly. And Ocelot's underutilized, and Otacon's underutilized, and or not Otacon, but Emmerich, whatever. Don't even get me started with Miller, who's like a jackass the whole fucking thing. It's like, we're all going to become Nazis because I have to explain Snake's revenge.
Hey, when you get killed, boss!
He's just an asshole now. Everyone just became a dickhead between Peace Walker and this. They're just like douchebags. I don't know. The online plays pretty good, though. I don't know if you've tried it.
No.
The online is fun because you can just be mean to people.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can CQC and Fulton people online just to mess with them. It's a good time. Because I liked,
Wait, that's different from the FOB stuff, right?
Yeah, it's different from the FOB. It's the head-to-head multiplayer.
Okay.
It plays like... You played Snake Eater. Did you play Subsistence when they re-released it with the 3D camera and everything?
No.
So when they re-released it with the 3D camera, that's the version I played. They also had the head-to-head online, which was terrible, but also really good.
Right.
Because it was PS2 online, so
right.
It was like, how does this even work? We're like plugging dial-up into the back of it.
Yeah.
But it's good. I would recommend you try it.
Dude, after this, I'm done with Metal Gear. I'm never buying another Metal Gear game.
I mean,
I don't care who does it. All right.
Did you play Metal Gear Rising?
I bought it. I haven't. I tried a demo.
Okay, you didn't like it?
I thought it was too Devil May Cry-ish for me.
It's definitely Devil May Cry, but it's Platinum Games. That's what they do, right?
No, I heard Kojima had to come in and like help him with it.
I thought they came in and took it off Kojima. Well, yeah.
Kojima saw it. He was like, "What the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
Let me fix this." That's why I think Metal Gear 5 got pushed back.
Metal Gear 5 got pushed back because Hideo Kojima doesn't want to release a game till it's done.
Yeah.
The problem is that he was working for Konami, which is not a company where you're allowed to do that. Because there are a bunch of companies that are like that, where like a game gets released when it's done. Blizzard is notorious. It's like, when do we get...
and let me tell you about those scores, right? Those scores were bought and paid for. Let me tell you. This game is no 10 out of 10. Let me tell you that, all right?
Welcome to video game journalism.
I know, but there's a little piece inside you that says, I want to believe it's a 10 out of 10.
Well, I mean, what is a 10? Like, I'm so sick of 10. I don't.
You know what? I don't think there is a game that... Not anymore.
Well, a 10-point scale's stupid anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brief sidebar, rant, whatever. Would you buy a game that was like a 6 out of 10?
No.
Okay, would you buy a 5 out of 10?
No.
4 out of 10? 3 out of 10?
No.
Okay. So if 6 and below is the same as a 0, why do you have 10 numbers if you're only using 4? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and when you see people who are like 9.6, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, what is that? Sorry for the profanity. I don't know if this is kid friendly or whatever, but like, kill yourself. You get four scores, right?
Yeah.
You give it a 4 out of 4 if it was really above average, 3 out of 4 if it was better than average, 2 out of 4 if it was below average, and 1 out of 4 if it was bad. You can't have odd numbers because everything's going to be in the middle.
They want to know how bad.
I mean, the game, here's the thing. Would you say Phantom Pain is above average or below average?
Oh, God.
It's above average. It's better than the average game.
Yes.
So it's a 3 out of 4 on my system.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
All right.
It's because it's not a 2 out of 4. It's not below average.
On my system, I would have given it an 8. Or like a high 7. 7.5.
No, get out of here. You can't do that.
No, because that point allows you to give a little doubt. You know it's an 8, but you're not quite there yet. So
I don't play like that. You have to man up and say it's this or it's this.
Oh wait, no, I review on a 5-point scale.
Of course you do a 5-point scale. So a 4 is like an 80%.
You know what? I probably would give this a 3 out of 5.
But that's average.
Yeah.
Is it better than average or worse than average?
It's a little higher than average.
See, so you're like 3.5 now, and it all falls apart. You got to do an even system because it forces you to make a judgment, better or worse, no average. Because what is a 3 out of 5 game? What is a dead average game? Madden, like the sports games, there's no such thing. And of course, Metal Gear came out at a time where it also had to compete with games that were kind of above and beyond with storytelling. Like Witcher 3 is just, the narrative for it is light years ahead. And poor Kojima Productions, they get shafted. Of course, he was pushed out before the game even came out.
Why is that?
Kojima was sidelined. I mean, again, this is all rumors and whatever, but he was sidelined a month to 2 months before the game went gold. And there's an argument to be made that he was taken off the development staff before that because Konami was like, "This is it. Like, we're kind of showing you the door." I mean, but that last editing component is so crucial when you're designing something that's about a sweeping narrative. And, like, to not have those last 3 or 4 months when all the polish goes in is a shame.
It's disappointing because this game, the mechanics are so perfect. Yeah. You know, or near perfect.
The shooting
the
is very
sneaking,
tight.
The way you go in and out of, like, cover.
Well, here, we've been bitching about...
Oh, wait, no.
We've been bitching about the story.
Yeah.
Technically, the game's excellent. If you talk about the underlying tech. Looks good, sounds good, plays good.
Story aside, everything else aside, like the way the mechanics play, I would say it's perfect.
Exactly.
I've yet to find any glitch or any...
No.
Except maybe when you're running a little hill, you have to press a triangle to get over it. But other than that, I would say that's why it's so disappointing because this game is so good. Like, if it had an excellent, like, story that went with it, it would be...
It reminds me, in many ways, kind of like Titanfall, where it's like
What's that?
Titanfall's the one made by the guys who got fired from
Call
of Duty. Titanfall, where you get into the mech and shoot things.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What happened to that game?
So Titanfall's kind of the same thing, where all the design and development went into the game engine.
Yeah.
And the game plays great, and it looks great. But they spent so much time, like, we're going to make sure it doesn't lag, we're going to get good frames, we're going to, make everything interesting. It's like, but we don't have a game at the end, like, oh, game's out in 6 months, we better write a story all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And this feels a lot like that, where, you have an overworld, which is kind of clunky to navigate. I don't like going back to the helicopter. That's my big complaint. If you want to move throughout the overworld in Metal Gear, it's like, call the helicopter. They charge you for the helicopter. Get in there.
Shit's expensive in this game. Let me tell you, man. My GMP constantly fluctuates. I'm telling you, I'm always in the red. Sometimes I'm 2 million GMP, and then the next...
You know what you're probably screwing up?
What?
Do you use the cigar very often?
No, I'd never use the cigar.
All right, you should unequip it because it.
I don't equip it either.
Yeah, you got to unequip that shit because
I don't have it equipped. I don't.
They charge you for it every time you go out, but no. So the gameplay, the technical stuff is very, very good, and then they forgot to put a story in.
Kojima's like, I need another 6 months for this story.
No, but you could have given it to him because you know that he's just going to, like, go to some whatever hotel, sit in a bed, and be like, I got it.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen.
Konami was like, no, we need the money now.
Exactly.
We can't. They didn't want to take that chance. That's why.
They also wanted to push a game for holiday season.
Yeah.
So you got to come out in, like, September or October to push for Christmas.
Or else they would have to push it to next.
Yeah. Well, and if Metal Gear got pushed again, forget it. People would just be like, oh. But there's also some ill will to be said for the fact that Ground Zeroes was a paid demo, when you think about it.
Do you think Ground Zero should have been included with...
I think Ground Zeroes...
Do you think it would have made a difference?
I don't think it really would have made a difference. Ground Zeroes doesn't really teach you anything you don't already know. Ground Zeroes...
No, everything I learned was actually in this game, the actual game.
Yeah.
I didn't use any of the mechanics in Ground Zero. I just went in and just played
Yeah.
it like I did Metal Gear 4.
Ground Zeroes gave us our first taste of the Fox engine, which is good. It was like, I mean, I got my copy for $20, so I can't complain. But I mean, how much was it MSRP when it came out?
It's like, it was
30
40,
or 40?
40 on
Yeah.
PS4, 30 on PS3.
Yeah, I mean, that's not cheap.
No. For like what?
An hour.
10 minutes?
Yeah, like maybe
One guy beat it in 3.
I mean, yeah, technically you can just run to Paz and run away.
You can beat that game quicker than it took you to go out and buy it.
Probably. But I mean, if you're trying to go for completion and whatever, it's kind of neat. But it's
I'm talking to this other friend of mine, and he says it's just so like different from all the other games. You know, it's just, he said it's just so slow. He doesn't have the patience for the stealth.
It's definitely different. Well, so here's the thing. It represents an interesting design shift.
Yeah.
In video, it's kind of indicative of a bigger problem in video games, which is in the past few years we've seen a big shift from kind of linear storytelling to open world, choose your own, build your own experience. Now there's some problems with that. When you have this open world, procedurally generated content, whatever, the hand polished love that goes into things kind of goes out the window.
Yeah.
Because when you build the mission, like, all right, this is when you're going to walk down the hallway, you're going to see all the blood from the cyborg ninja. And then you're going to walk in and you're going to see
it's going to come in at this angle.
Exactly.
Shadow's going to hit you this way.
We can control the experience. Yeah. But when you're like sneaking in to rescue Emmerich, you could go through the base 100,000 different ways.
Right. But now here's the argument. You say, oh, since it's different every time, that I'm never playing the same game every time. You know, every mission is always different from the one before it.
Yeah. Well, but here's the other problem. That's obviously not true. And since you spend the time developing this open world, you have to retread the same content over and over again. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. There are some exceptions. If you have the budget, the design team, and the time to make a world, an open world that truly feels lived in. And again, I mentioned it earlier, but Witcher 3, I love to death. Because
I still have to play that.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Right.
Every single like signpost and tree is hand placed.
Is that game repetitive?
No.
Okay.
It's well, and that's the thing. It manages to be open world without repetitive.
Okay.
Because everything is so because each zone is so
because the game's complete. That's why.
Because CD Projekt Red delayed it 18 months.
Okay.
So it's like we need an extra year and a half to finish, and since they're an independent company,
they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. It's their money.
Yeah.
But Kojima answers to a higher power, and they were like, just push it. It'll be like Assassin's Creed.
Did you find that it was repetitive? The environments. You know how there's only 2?
Yes. I've started to reach that point where I really think they needed a third board. Like a third zone.
See, I think I can go either way on that. I'm kind of bored of looking at like sand and grass.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like repetition makes perfect. You know, you play the same area over and over, and you familiarize yourself with the surroundings. Yeah, that's good. But then,
but it also nullifies challenge because once you know this camp or this barrack so well, sneaking in becomes. I always when playing through it, it's like you encounter this zone. All right, how? But
doesn't that allow you to like use your weapons the way you want it to? Because you know the area, you know how. It's what turn it's gonna take.
No, because my favorite part of Metal Gear Solid 5 was getting to a zone that was like, how am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to get in here?
Right.
And now it's like, oh, I know, I'll just go this way and knock out this guard and blah 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 blah. Right. The challenge kind of goes by the wayside, and it's a shame. And that's the problem. Also, when you have this open world, you're going to retread the same ground a lot. And so for like a stealth game, the game gets exponentially easier. It's like this door's locked, this door's unlocked.
Yeah.
Again, Metal Gear has always been a cinematic experience, and when you can choose your own experience, you're also free to pick. You don't get Kojima's vision anymore.
I'm tempted to just go back and play the 4th one again, just to see.
I mean, the 4th one you kind of watch more than you play, but and so then my other big issue is this one doesn't contribute to the narrative in any meaningful way. Like, you figure, what loose ends does this explain?
I don't... Nothing.
What
loose ends?
That's what I mean. The game was kind of tied off well enough at the end of Peace Walker.
Yeah.
Kind of, anyway. And Metal Gear Solid... So Peace Walker tied off what happened to Big Boss.
Uh-huh.
And we kind of figure he's going to become this merc for hire and eventually do his own thing. And, 4 ties it all off. It's like nano machines.
Yeah.
We're done.
Like, once you beat Mission 30 or something...
Yeah.
Part 2, when you go into part 2.
Yeah.
There are a little snippets of like new story.
Yeah.
What I think he should have done was just taken some of that and just incorporate it into the first chapter.
Well, and the whole notion of like, Cypher's making us this way, and Miller's going schizo, and
like the game is so padded, like to hell. It's just it's longer than it needed to be. I'm telling you.
I mean, but that's what you need now, because you want people to buy the game and get their $60 worth and keep playing it, and you got to go online and buy those GMP boosts and all that other crap. It's all about the dollary dues.
So $60 is not enough for this game?
I mean, well, it's funny. $60. You figure video games have been $60 now for about 10 years.
Yeah.
But the cost of developing games goes up every year. So technically, video games are good by modern inflation. People complain like, "Oh, it's a $60 game." It's like, yeah, but in 10 years, how much has a movie ticket gone up in 10 years? How much? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything goes up in 10 years. Video games haven't. Video games are the cheapest they've ever been. Like, you figure a Nintendo cartridge was $50 15, 20 years ago when they were a lot more.
You think games should be based on the quality?
That's impossible to prove. That's impossible to, like, how could you
have like 2 tiers, like a $30 one and a $60 one?
I think more and more companies should be willing to release a game at not a AAA price.
Yeah.
But game development's expensive. Studios are bloated as all heck. And people just have certain expectations of games. I think that we're kind of entering a...
How do you explain Duke Nukem Forever being $60?
Well, if you figure when you first pre-ordered it and then had to wait for it...
I was in elementary school.
There was a guy, I want to say it was on 4chan, who posted his receipt. He pre-ordered it in like 2001.
Yeah.
He went to, like, it went from Funko Land or whatever it was at the time to like EB to
GameStop.
EB Games to GameStop. So he went into the GameStop.
Yeah.
And he brought in his pre-order receipt, and he's like, "What do you want to do about this?" And they're like, "Sir, we can't help you." He's like, "But you took my money." And it's like,
I didn't take your money. Ron took your money.
Yeah, like, we have expectations of games being like these big, open world, I want to be able to play forever. What would be nice is if we could go back, and I'm trying to think for the life of me, if I can give a very succinct example of this, but a game where you can pay $60, you can get a cinematic experience, like, you know, point to point, like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
But you get a nice length, and you get a quality story told.
Okay.
Instead of like, oh, we're going to pad the runtime by making it open world and make you collect the 10 golden monkeys to unlock the chest to whatever. But the question is, can you tell a point-to-point cinematic story-based game for $60 that you will probably not play again? And that's the question. Like, can you do it? And don't tell me that Order 1800 and whatever that game was.
I still have to finish that.
How did you not finish it? It's over in an hour.
I don't know what happened. I think I got sick for some reason. I was playing it. I don't know. I got nauseous.
Oh, that's actually probably not your fault. There's a few games.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
It's the motion bob that triggers nausea, yeah.
No, I think I just wasn't feeling well that day. I'm telling you, once I finish Metal Gear, I'm going back and finishing it.
Do you think maybe you got sick of how much you spent on the game versus how long it is?
I think it was something I ate or something. I don't know.
But so that's the thing. Could we get, like, in modern gaming, if Hideo Kojima had written a, like, point-to-point...
Well, how long's the story?
I mean, that's the question. How long is worth $60?
I say 9 to 10.
9-10 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. But, like, that's the thing. So, and remember that you have to appeal to a wide market. You're spending all this money on a game.
Right.
You need the little Call of Duty kids to get their prestige online.
And I fucking guess this is the last Metal Gear game.
Well, definitely. Well, no, we'll get new Metal Gear games. They just won't be Metal Gear.
No.
It's going to be really weird. Because I really can't think of a video game developer who could... Oh, no.
They might get Platinum.
Yeah, but I'm going to go on record and say that I don't like Hideki Kamiya, and I don't like anything he makes.
Well, he's the only one I can think of that can do this.
Hideki Kamiya can't do it. He's not a good storyteller.
Oh, storytelling. I'll talk about the mechanics.
Sure, he'll get the they own the Fox engine, so they'll just use the Fox engine. They'll make some new maps.
Story? I don't know who can tell
a
story.
Hideo Kojima story. You can't, because he's like David Lynch or I mean,
that's why we buy Metal Gear, because of the story.
It's because of a Hideo Kojima game. Yeah. Truthfully, I can't think of anyone in the game industry who can tell a story quite like that. Well, the other sad thing about Kojima getting the axe is that we'll never get that Silent Hills game with him and
Del Toro.
Guillermo del
Oh,
Toro. Yeah, because that would have been.
Did you play that?
PT? Yeah.
Is it scary?
Yeah.
Dude,
it's terrifying.
I downloaded it and I
Wait, do you still have it downloaded?
Yeah, I know.
You got to be careful.
I know.
Sony's gonna come get you.
I know it's worth like $1 million or something, right?
Sony's gonna come get you.
Once I play it, the blinker's gonna go off in their office.
You should well, no, people are selling PS4s with PT on it for like extra dollars, because
I'm scared to play it. I don't want to play it by myself.
Play it all in the dark at night.
No, I can't do that.
Well, you know what you should do?
It's first person, right?
No, but it's. You should set up a webcam and stream it on Twitch. You should stream yourself playing it in the dark.
People don't want to look at it.
Yes, they do. That's PT streams are all the rage these days, but you should do it.
PT.
Yeah, I mean,
how long is it?
When you know what to do or when you don't know what to do.
When you don't know.
For like hour, 2 hours at least. Yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing.
And that's a free demo.
Yeah.
So how much do you think that would cost?
Oh, I mean, if it was like EA selling it, like $20 at least.
Oh my god.
Well, and so the tragedy is, of course, that we talk about Kojima as a storyteller. Kojima can write a crazy story.
Yeah.
And Guillermo del Toro is a master of horror, mood, and atmosphere.
I think he complements him very well.
Beautifully, because those two are visionaries.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need an executive to tell me.
Yeah.
So when you put those two together, and it's like, well, how about we do a monster like this?
I know,
and Kojima's like, can the monster be capitalism? And he's like, we'll make it like, whatever.
Like when he hits a roadblock, Del Toro comes in and he says, oh, you can do it like this,
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine those two with like some yellow notepads.
That's such a shame, dude.
Putting Post-it notes everywhere. Well, and it's also the second game for Guillermo del Toro.
Who owns that? Who owns the IP for that?
Konami.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yes, it does.
Like, they're sitting on this mountain of, like, great ideas. They're like, nope, you can't have it.
Silent Hill hasn't had a good game in forever. Because it's always the same game. They just copied, too. But since Guillermo del Toro, this is the second game project he's had that fell through. He said he's not going to do it anymore.
I know. He's done.
He's done because he got burned twice.
Yeah. Wait, what was the first one?
I forget. Something that didn't come to light.
Okay.
It's a shame. You're just going to end in a world with EA and Activision publishing yearly installments of.
Let me tell you, after I'm done Metal Gear, I'm just gonna go back and play like Mario Kart 64 for a little bit because I'm just so burnt out
on AAA titles.
Yeah, man, I just need to sit back and just relax.
You should pick up something on the Steam sale for PC gaming and see. I will say Steam is the platform where you can get like $10 games that are worth your $10.
Oh yeah. I was trying out Guacamelee.
Guacamelee?
Yeah, that's
supposed to be pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
It's supposed to be pretty good.
Guacamelee. What's the game with the little Eskimo girl? She's following the fox. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
That's really good. I played that a while back.
I've been playing Darkest Dungeon. I don't know if you know Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is like Pokemon and Dark Souls mixed together.
What's that new Pokemon game? Yokai Watch.
Oh, Yokai, man, I could talk about Yokai. Yeah. Save that.
Yeah, no, that's another podcast.
Yokai. Oh man. Well, no, and that's the thing. When you reach that point in the game where you're not playing it because you want to play it, and you're not even playing it.
I've gotten to that point.
And you're not playing it because you want to know the story.
You're obligated because you put in so much time, and you're like, you know what?
I just want to finish it.
Yeah.
And that's Metal Gear. There's always been slower moments in the game, but it's like, you know what? I'm waiting for the next cutscene, the next boss fight. And this, you're not waiting for anything.
No,
you're waiting for.
So you're asking yourself, I'm wasting all this time when I can be putting towards another game. I've been playing this game for what? September, October, November.
3 or 4 months. Don't say what date it is. You'll date the podcast.
Dude, I did my estimation. I should be done this game in February.
I'm probably gonna, when I next load it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out the body armor. I'm going to pull out the heavy machine gun, and I will just shoot through the game to see how it ends. Because I'm trying to go through it like I play Splinter Cell, where I like don't kill anyone, where it's like I'm the good guy.
That's how I was.
But there's no point.
There's
no prize at the bottom of the cereal box.
There's no points. There's no bragging rights except your own. You know, you can go to bed at night and be like, yeah, I did that. But no one's gonna care. You know?
No, nobody cares.
Unless you can call your friends up and brag to him. But he's I'm playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, so fuck you. You know.
And it's all, well, here's the other problem. Metal Gear Solid 5, who's it for? Like, I had a bunch of friends, because I'm a big Metal Gear fan, rather.
It might be for the GTA guys. Don't they like open world kind of stuff?
Yeah, but do you want flaming whales and horse riding and stuff?
It's only in the beginning, that's it.
The problem I had with Metal Gear Solid 5 is whether or not I like it,
yeah,
it's hard for me to sell it to someone. It's like I have a bunch of friends who ask me, should they get it? Because I loved it to death. And I'm like, no, maybe. It's hard to have a game where.
So would you say this is for the Metal Gear fans? Even though it's not really a Metal
Gear
game?
But it's not even for the Metal Gear fans.
Assuming they didn't know what the game was about, would you say this is for the Metal? Of course. People who are Metal Gear fans are going to buy it, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't they just release a traditional Metal Gear game?
That's because they wanted to appeal to a wider market.
But they didn't.
Well, that's the thing. When you try to please everybody, you don't please anybody.
So assuming they sold the same amount that they did, and they pleased the Metal Gear fans, isn't that better?
I mean, that assumes there's enough Metal Gear fans to pay for Kojima sitting there developing the game.
Well, who do you think bought this game? The Metal Gear fans?
No, the game was bought by average Joes who saw the 10 out of 10 Metacritics and said that it was an open world military shooter. And then they got tricked. And then Metal Gear fans got tricked.
This game's too hard. Why is this too much sneaking?
Well, no, so it wasn't for these people, and it wasn't for these people.
I think the music is good. I love how when an enemy approaches, the tone changes. Yeah, and lets you know. And...
the music's actually kind of problematic too, with like Donna Burke and all that other stuff, because she was the one who broke the news that Kojima had been fired. Because again, and she also kind of gave us some insight into how Kojima's like design works, where Kojima doesn't say, "I need a song for this." He says, "I need 10 songs for Metal Gear. Here's." How, let's say each song costs $4,000 or $5,000 with licensing, whatever. I don't know how much the song goes for. Here's a check for those 10 songs. And she'll send him 10 songs. She'll be like, give me 10 more. Okay. And she'll send him 10 more. Give me 10 more. And he'll just keep ordering songs and then picking the ones he likes. And instead of just saying, this is what I want. So I'm sure when you're like a Konami executive.
That must drive Konami insane.
It's like you just bought 50 songs, original composed songs that you're not using. And it's
and it's all going to be garbage.
I mean, and you spend.
But he's an artist, man. He's not a businessman.
But I'm okay with him being an artist because I mean the fear is always that an artist will bankrupt the company, that you'll spend all that money on their vision and then you don't turn profit on it. It's like how Wes Anderson movies always struggle at the box office because they just don't make enough.
That's why they got rid of the Sakaguchi guy.
Oh,
Hironobu.
Sakaguchi. He
Final Fantasy.
The Final Fantasy guy. Yeah.
Spirits Within.
Yeah, he got honored. Yeah, but he wanted to develop different games anyway. Spirits Within, yeah, it was like, yo, here's the door.
It was $100 million, and he only brought in 10.
Yeah, it was, here's the door. Here's the door. Sakaguchi, he got honored last year or the year before at GDC.
Oh, yeah?
He got honored. I like him.
Yeah, me too. I like him.
But, I mean...
I think that's the reason why Final Fantasy games aren't like they are like back then.
So there are certain games that just can't be made by a different company or a different, like, it's their thing.
It's just...
Although, it's funny, I say that, and I don't want to go completely off the rails, but you look at Halo 5 and Bungie and 343, and it cut the other way, where all that drama happened with Destiny. Destiny actually...
You think they did a better job, 343?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's very similar to Konami and Hideo Kojima, where Bungie fired the writer, the guy behind all their writing, because they needed to make money, and Activision said this, and they whatever.
Oh, wow.
So they fired him. They finished it themselves, and there was no story, and it didn't feel right. So the guy who got fired, Joe Staten, now writes the Halo books and the Halo lore for 343 Studios. So the question is Halo a Bungie game? Or is it the brainchild of this lead writer? Is Metal Gear Kojima Productions, or is it Hideo Kojima? And it's Hideo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you can take all their friends, but if you don't have the guy, like Final Fantasy, even without Sakaguchi,
you need that one vision, and everyone else just can come in just give their own touch, But you need that one seed to like.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Sakaguchi was that guy.
Yeah. He was the seed. He was the idea. Like you can't do it like that. You gotta start.
He's the sun that keeps everything spinning. And
let me tell you, the only game I'm looking forward to now is Shenmue.
Oh yeah, with Yu Suzuki.
That's my boy, all right? He's my boy.
I like him. Are we finally going to find out Lon D and all that other stuff?
I hope so. I've been waiting fucking 10 years for this shit.
It'll be great. You'll get, like, next-gen Lucky Hit.
Oh, man. Dude, I went back and I played the Dreamcast version a couple months ago.
Had that age.
Oh, I loved it. You think that the graphics were kind of outdated because they went with like a really like photorealistic, but
Yeah.
it kind of works, you know.
Oh, the isometric view and the pre-rendered backgrounds.
I think it has to do with just the way the Dreamcast, like the style of Dreamcast graphics.
Maybe. He's not. Yu Suzuki has that coming out, and the guy who did Castlevania, whose name I'm completely blanking on at the moment, the Symphony of the Night, the guy who did when they first became Metroidvanias, he's got a new one coming out. I don't know.
It's called something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be this like spiritual
copy,
successor.
yeah. And then what's his name?
It's basically the next Castlevania. It's
and
just
what's his name? Got the Mighty Number 9 or whatever.
I have that pre-ordered.
Why?
No, it's for my friend. It's for his birthday.
How do you feel about pre-ordering games? Do you pre-order games?
I don't. It depends. Like, what kind of game are we talking? Like, I pre-ordered Shenmue.
See, I'm pre-order. Total sidebar to gaming industry, but I hate how pre-ordering has become a thing. You're paying for a product that could suck.
It's different. It's how many Shenmue is
No. So there are instances. I understand, like, you're going to give money for this guy.
Yeah.
That's a little different. But the people who pre-order Call of Duty every year, and Madden every year, and NCAA football, and all that other stuff.
I know. I hate that too. But when you think about it, we actually kind of need those people.
Oh.
Because you figured let's just say every 3 Call of Duty games, that's profit for EA to put towards a new IP.
Activision.
Activision. To take a chance on a new IP.
What new IP? Give me the last new IP Activision's put out.
Okay, that's a bad example. Let's go with EA.
What's the last new IP EA's put out?
What's that? You know what? I'm thinking
Crazy
of Capcom. Well, what's that Capcom game? With the girl, she was a robot in the factory. Remember Me.
That
was a new IP.
It didn't do well.
No,
you know what?
Didn't.
I played that. I kind of liked it.
Was it free?
I mean, I got my copy for free. Yes, but
I played it too. I didn't like it.
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. Ooh, you know what? I lied. There is one new game coming out from EA. I'm super stoked for. Mirror's Edge 2.
There you go.
I'm stoked.
Where do you think they got the money to fund that? To take a chance on that again? That game didn't do that well.
I know.
Time.
No, you're right. You're right. I'll concede that point. You are right about that.
As much as I hate to see people buy the same fucking game every year, it hurts me to see it. But in another way, you're like, oh, well, I guess they have to. And the money's got to come from somewhere.
But you get a Mirror's Edge 2 every like 10 years, and you get because Mirror's Edge 1 that was like 7 years ago.
Wait, is this new one like a reboot?
I think it might be a prequel, but it's the same hero, and it's supposed to be open world this time.
Oh god, oh my god.
Yeah, no, but first person open world running could be cool. The last one I played using Nvidia's 3D vision, big mistake. I felt like I had vertigo the whole game.
Wow.
Because it's like you want a good thing to throw up to.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I ate something sick.
Are you serious?
Well, you're doing like when you do the roll when you hit the ground. It's like, oh man.
Oh.
Let's not do that again. Just wait when your Oculus Rift hits. Mirror's Edge with the Oculus Rift.
Wait, is that the Xbox version?
The headset for PC.
Okay. Can Xbox use that?
No, maybe. I know that Xbox is getting the HoloLens. Have you seen that?
No. Well, you know what? Let's finish this up. We're like going on like complete tangents. Where did we leave off?
We talked about how much the technology was good, but without a true visionary behind it, the franchise is doomed to obsolescence.
Okay.
So I guess, is this the part, like, we already talked about scores and whatever, but like, so do you usually like say like buy this game, don't buy this game? How do you usually sell it? Are you gonna tell them that Konami gave you all that money to endorse it, or
I'm gonna say
you're gonna edit that out?
I'm gonna say that this game is not a 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
if I was going on a 10-point scale, it would be a 7 out of 10.
All right,
a solid 7.
I've never played Metal Gear. I don't know what that is. I play John Madden's football and I play Call of Duty.
It's not for you.
Okay.
Definitely not for you.
Okay. So it's not for the average gamer.
No.
I'd probably agree with that. It's one of those games where I like it very much, and I think it does a lot of things right.
Yeah.
But I can't recommend it to everyone, and the people I can recommend it to comes with, like, reservation. Oh, you're a Metal Gear fan? You're gonna love it. Or you'll love most of it.
You need to have some level of forgiveness for this kind of...
Or you have to be open-minded. It's actually funny. A friend of mine who is the quintessential Call of Duty kid.
Yeah.
He is. He just is. That's how he is. He's never played a Metal Gear game. He wanted to see what all the hubbub was. I let him borrow the copy. He said he liked it, and it was cool, but he didn't know what was going on, and he probably wouldn't have bought it on his own.
On a whim.
Yeah. And if you can get it cheap or get it used and return it in a week, give it a try. But unless we get, like, DLC, like, here's how it really was supposed to happen. Kojima, like, hacks his way onto PSN.
I'm telling you, I'm done with this game.
And uploads it.
I'm done.
What if they put out, like, a mission pack, which is like, this is the real ending? You'll buy it. You know.
No,
you will.
I'm done.
No, you're gonna
I'm
have to
done.
get
I
it.
put 100 hours into this game, man. I can't do it anymore.
I
I'm tired. Can't do
just
it.
want to go to sleep.
I know. I just want this nightmare to be over.
Just end it. I mean, I know. I put over 100 hours into Destiny, and
Oh,
look at
God.
how that went. Well,
That-
good.
Yeah, that's it.
Good.
All right. Hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
That was Dan.
Enjoy
Dan,
listening to this.
Dan, thank you for coming over and
My-
talking about this.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, give me a like. Give me a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, if you like this, leave a comment and subscribe. If you don't like it, leave a comment and let us know why, and also leave a comment and subscribe. Maybe tell your friends to leave a comment and subscribe too.
Can you guys follow me on Twitter too?
Oh yeah, and follow them on Twitter. Hashtag.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
I don't. Hashtag. I don't know.
I know you guys don't really do it anyway.
Do you have an Instagram that you want to plug?
No. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
You don't got anything?
I don't plug social media.
All right. Well, when you do, let me know.
I'm gonna plug my boy Bill Gates
Okay.
over at Microsoft. Give him a like and a
Okay.
subscribe.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.